Hello and welcome to another episode of the ReUp. My name is Jason Delgado. Where have I been is the question. I've been around, but I'm missing everybody. I wanted to get back online, do a little YouTube video, a little how's everybody doing, what's up? This is the ReUp. Normally it's a weekly podcast, sort of vlog of what I've been doing, my life as a stand-up comic, this, that, and a third. But the last month has been tough. It's been tough, but I wanted to get on and just kind of share a little bit about what's been going on. I had a friend who recently reached out to me. He's like, yeah, people like to just see you online, like to hear what you have to say. And it felt very heartwarming, and I was touched, and I was like, I love doing these videos. I love kind of just ranting and raving about the comedy world, funny stories, stuff like that. But recently it's been kind of tough, because I've been dealing with family stuff, and, I had a grandmother who wasn't doing too well, so I was worried about that. Went to New York. I was, just kind of, my brother ran into an issue with his dog, and his dog passed away, and I had just met the dog, and there's a lot of emotional family stuff, and just a lot of busy work, I've been, this comedy stuff is wonderful. I love doing it, but gotta pay those bills, man. Those bills are tough. And so living out here and doing all this stuff, I wanted to try and find something where I can be creative, do the entertainment thing, but also make a little dough, make some money off this stuff that I could really live off and do stuff with. So I've been doing, like acting in commercials and, trying to kind of get the supplement there, but that's a tough road as well, these auditions and such. And so, I've been trying to do other things outside of it, which is mostly why I originally came here. I came to LA to do movies and TV stuff, and mostly movies, because TV wasn't cool back then. But then The Sopranos. But really what wound up happening was I wound up getting an opportunity to do stuff sort of outside of comedy. Do some TV shows, do a novel, do a film screenplay. And just a lot of writing and a lot of, creating these worlds and putting it together in the words, and to have an outlet or a vehicle where I can make something and then show it to people. I was able to get that opportunity, and so I had to kind of take it and do full bore with it and go all the way. And it took a lot. It took a lot out of me, to be honest with you. Like so much of it is like you're trying to, I'm trying to succeed, I have my success goals in mind. And so I'm like, hey, here's a new avenue, something I can do outside of comedy where I can still be creative and make something. But it takes a long time, man. These screenplays and these TV shows and writing all this lore and stuff like that, it takes forever. And there's a lot of that sort of, grinding and kind of going for it. And it took something out of me, to be honest, it really did. Like I felt like this sort of pressure to kind of make this thing and finish this thing and get it to the end. And sort of a little bit of the fun got sucked out of it. A little bit of the fun of creativity kind of got blown out of it. I was listening to the new Kendrick Lamar album. If you haven't heard it, it's terrific in my opinion. Super great stuff, soulful, cool tracks. And one of the songs, I think it's Count Me Out, has a line that kind of really stuck with me, and it got me thinking about it. And the line was, they said I'd feel better if I just worked hard without lifting my head up. And that made me fed up.
You said I'd feel better if I just worked hard without lifting my head up. That left me fed up.
And it kind of stuck with me, it really did, because it's one of those, just stay head down, grind out, finish it up, do all the things you got to do, success, reach your goals. And I kind of burnt out, I just kind of got burnt out by this idea of, just trying to finish a thing as opposed to make a thing. And so it kind of, I needed to take some time of it, and then I wasn't able to do comedy, I wasn't able to write and hit the shows like I used to. And so I needed to kind of take a step back, and I needed to go, hey, above all, you got to pay the rent, you got to do your things, but there's a little bit of fun that needs to be had here. There has to have enjoyment. There needs to be some enjoyment in this whole process. And I don't know if this is helping anybody or if anybody can feel me on this, but I think that that's what sometimes I see people get into. We become so goal-oriented that, you sort of forget to, and I know as silly as it is to say, but just to have fun. Have fun, enjoy yourself, enjoy the process, even if sometimes that seems a little tangent, like, I shouldn't be doing this, I should always be reading and writing and creating. And I think sometimes there's a point when you got to just go like, hey, let's have some fun, let's experiment, let's not necessarily make a goal-oriented thing, but just an exercise in sort of feeling out the brain. And that was what I had to do. I got back into doing comedy again, doing shows, making content, talking to the people online. And I think that that's the stuff that makes me happy. And I have to find a way to sort of, put that in, even if it makes the other stuff take longer. Because I think that, like, when I'm writing and I'm, doing these worlds and these, shows and these movies, it takes so long that there isn't, what I mean? There's this whole builds up and then one person decides, this is garbage. Or they go, this is great. Whereas with comedy, there's this kind of instant gratification where you go out, you try a joke, see how it goes. Go out, try a joke, see how it goes. And that sort of instant creative, I missed a lot. And with like little videos and stuff like that, I make the video in like a day or two and then I put it out. But there's sort of an instant gratification where like these shows and these movies, my God, months, I'm still working on some of these things. So I feel like that's where I the balance needs to be striked for like the creative me. Where I need that instant kind of pop, 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 pop. And then I can use the sort of energy I build up to that to push towards the, stuff that takes longer, that I have to kind of grind out or whatever. And I feel like that's a big part of why I wasn't able to do these videos, because I was like, why are you wasting your time talking to yourself? And I don't know, I feel like, but I enjoy it. This is part therapy, and this is part just kind of, it might help people who are also creative if you make it this far. Plus movie reviews, I got a ton of that. If you want to see Top Gun, you gotta see Top Gun. Gotta see The Offer, gotta see Top Gun. Two best things going. Both have Miles Teller. Don't know what to tell you. Never liked that guy. Somehow he turned the corner. I saw him in that one movie, Whiplash, where I thought Whiplash was awesome. Great ending. Snap, pop, 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 pop. Top Gun's terrific. Gotta run and see it. The Offer's terrific. Order the 7-day Paramount Plus and just do it. They're amazing. And they speak about a little bit of what I'm talking about, where sometimes it seems like there's just an impossible venture, but there is some kind of weird spiritual gooba that I do believe where, in certain cases, things are just destined to go a certain way. Like, things just align a certain way, whether, good, bad, and different, how you feel about it is a bit irrelevant. I think that there are some things that are almost just meant for you, and you got to kind of just do your thing, and in doing your thing, that will somehow translate. And Top Gun kind of shows that. He's a maverick. You don't know what he's going to do. He's breaking the rules. But it's that I got to do this because this is me. And in that maverick-like attitude, it actually saves the lives of these pilots. And they hug, and there's planes. So really great. And The Offer, the same thing. I mean, 1,000,001 things. And everything went against it. But 1,000,001 things have to line up in order for this movie to get made. And it happens to just work out that way. And this, that, and the third occurs, and then boom, you have The Godfather. And it's so great because during the show, you're like, they're never going to get this made. You're like, they made it. It's The Godfather. So that's sort of, you already know the ending's going to be like. So it's like, how are they going to get there? Oh my God, did they really have to do this? And it's terrific. Matthew Good should have been nominated for every Emmy. He was the best part of television all year, in my opinion. Matthew Good as Robert Evans, must see The Offer. And the same thing, it's like sometimes that thing that seems like a deficiency within you is actually the thing that's going to benefit you to do the thing you want to do. And, it's kind of silly and funny and all these things that sort of go that way. And you're just trying to plot the best possible course so that you can make it. And in that plotting of the possible course that you can make it, there's an element where, I feel like you kind of lose a little bit of yourself. I don't even know. I mean, I haven't even gotten that far yet. But even in this basic sort of, just expanding my wanting to do other things, I felt like, oh man, I just missed this little funny, stupid thing that really doesn't make that much sense, but makes me happy. And in sort of fulfilling that stupid thing, I am somehow able to make those other things better. It's weird, And I hope it makes sense. It might not, but I'm just grateful to kind of just be back and doing comedy and talking to the people. I even have the background set up so that we could be fancy. And I want to do more of these videos. I'm going to do more stuff, more content now, just these little funny, stupid things that hopefully people like, and more cooking videos. I have so many recipes I want to try, and more movie reviews and stuff like that, and just me rambling and talking and fun stories about going to shows and living the dream, and hopefully making it and seeing it through. But I'm grateful that if you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. Please like and subscribe. I've even changed my Instagram. I'm that Jason Delgado. That's at that Jason Delgado on Instagram. Funny Delgado on TikTok. FunnyDelgado.com to find out information about all my upcoming shows. Got a great free show this Saturday, Baja's Grill, 3250 Wilshire. Awesome part of K-Town, great parking, $5 margaritas, awesome lineup. Sunday, I'm at Sunset Rooftop. Next week, I'm somewhere else. Week after that, I'm somewhere else. Check all the listings on the grams and on the websites. And thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jason Delgado. This has been the ReUp, and I will see you on the next one.